here with Grace, a friend of mine from the swim team, and this is my interview for my research project. So, can you tell me about your childhood, where you were born, where you grew up, and did you play any sports or anything else, like instruments or?
Instrument. No. I grew up in DeKalb, Illinois. I started swimming when I was 7 years old. I played volleyball in junior high, so 7th and 8th grade. And then I ran track my 7th, 8th grade year, and then freshman and sophomore year of high school.
How did you realize you had cancer? What sort of tipped you off at the start?
I was just having some knee pain in my right knee, but I was a breaststroker before I got diagnosed. So I just thought that it was tendonitis in my knee related or something.
Yeah.
So I went to the doctor. It had been going on for about 7 or 8 months. The pain, it was really stiff. I couldn't bend it all the way. I would get fevers from it, actually. I didn't think that it was from my knee, though. I just thought I was sick or something. So I went to the doctor the Monday after my high school state meet, and they found a tumor in my right knee and femur.
Wow. When were you diagnosed, and what was the initial prognosis?
December of 2009 is when they diagnosed the tumor, and it's called osteosarcoma.
Okay. And so what were their initial thoughts? Like, what did they think, how it would develop, and did they tell you anything about that?
Well, it did not metastasize. It was localized just in my knee. What it did was it made new bone in and around my knee. So the reason why I couldn't bend it was because it was making new bone behind my knee. So it was stopping my leg from bending because it was so much bone. But my parents thought that they would have to amputate my leg because my mom is a nurse and that's what, she's used to, like, when she used to work with that kind of stuff. But, no, my surgeon is very skilled in reconstructive surgery and actually is one of the ones to invent my device. So I had 6 inches of my femur replaced along with a total knee replacement with, it's called biomet compress.
So that's definitely someone who's good to have around, someone who invented the replacement.
Definitely.
So what were your initial thoughts? How did you react, and how did your family react when you first found out?
I mean, I was definitely shocked. I think as a teenager, we all kind of think that we're invincible, like, oh, it won't happen to me, nothing bad can happen. Like, my life was on a pretty good track with swimming and with school and everything, and it was really life-changing. I mean, to place at high school state one night and then the next morning wake up with cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I had it for a while and not knowing, but it was definitely life-changing, and my family was very supportive. They never ever showed that, they were affected by it, because I think that, they were being strong for me.
Yeah. So can you sort of take me through the treatment process? What types of treatments you had, how often, what was it like, how long did it last, just sort of a general idea of what you went through?
Okay. I got diagnosed on a Monday, and I went in for a biopsy, or they found the tumor on a Monday. I went in for a biopsy that Wednesday, and then started treatments that next Monday. So it was all so quick. They're called rounds. So with my cancer, everything was inpatient. So I started at the end of December, and it lasted all the way through October of 2010, my treatments. Yeah. So I started off with 6 rounds. Each round was about 3 to 7 days inpatient. I had about 4 different types of chemotherapy that would cycle through. And some would be administered for a half hour, some would be 4 to 6 hours, some would be the entire time I was there. All 7 days, it would just be slowly dripping. So each round I would be inpatient and couldn't really move much because of my leg. So the first 6 rounds I had, and then I had surgery, and then after that I had 13 more rounds. So it was a total of 19 rounds.
19 rounds.
Through everything, yeah.
So you would go for a week, and you would have to lay in a hospital bed for a week.
Yeah, I mean, I would, because I'm so active with swimming and I always grew up doing sports,
Yeah.
I couldn't really do much because of my leg and because, you know, I was going, like, the chemo would stop bone growth, so I couldn't really put much weight on my new device because the bone didn't grow around it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't walk much, so I would sit up in bed and play Wii a lot. I would try and stay as active as possible.
Yeah. That was going to be my next question. Like, when you were, I mean, between rounds, or how did that work? Did you completely stop swimming for the entire treatment?
No, definitely not. As soon as my scar healed, it's 13 inches is my scar. As soon as that healed, that day that I got the okay, I was back in the water. And even just doing a 200, I mean, I was so out of breath and it was exhausting, but just to stay swimming and to stay active is really what kept me healthy through it all.
Yeah. So, but you were out of, because you were out of the pool, were you out of the pool during your first set of treatment and then through the surgery and then you got back in? Or was it just for the period around the surgery that you were out?
Just the period around the surgery. I had to be really careful before surgery. I was on crutches and in a wheelchair because if I fell, they were scared that the tumor would break open and spread.
Yeah.
So I was really, really careful with it. But swimming is perfect because there's no gravity and there's no contact, so it really helped.
And I've heard that it, like, chemotherapy really weakens you. Did you notice that when you were swimming? Like, it was a lot harder?
Yeah, oh, definitely. In between rounds, I would have a week and a half to 2 weeks off. And the first few days I was home, I was okay. But then about day 3 or 4, I mean, my blood counts were so low, I couldn't lift my head off the pillow. And whenever I got a fever, I would have to go back into the hospital to get blood. I had 21 blood transfusions.
21, wow. So when were you finally told, like, you're 100% clear? So when was that?
Well, technically, after my surgery,
Yeah.
I was. So once they took out the bone and they took the muscles surrounding it, so it's 40% of my quad. Once they took that out, I'm technically cancer-free, so they threw me kind of a party after my surgery. But after I finished treatments, that was when I was deemed in remission.
Okay. So the treatments after the surgery were more just, you know, kind of precautionary?
Maintenance, they call them.
Maintenance, okay.
Yeah, just to make sure they don't spread. Because with osteosarcoma, the first place it spreads is your lungs.
Yeah. It's certainly something you don't want.
Yes.
So how did being a swimmer affect it? I mean, was it, you said it being active sort of kept you going. Is that, do you think it would have been a lot different if you weren't a swimmer, weren't active? Like, did that sort of help motivate you?
Oh yeah, definitely. Being active and being competitive.
Yeah.
I mean, the treatments would kind of be like a race or a competition to me. Like,
Yeah.
you know, some rounds or some medicines, like some chemo treatments, I would have to clear my kidneys in a certain amount of time to be released from the hospital.
Yeah.
So I would try and, you know, play as much Wii as possible so that I could get out faster,
That
getting
was your way
healthier
in.
than the other kid next door.
So it was a competition
Everything
with
was a
that.
competition.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. So what was that like with school? I mean, were you still going to school full time? Did you attend all your classes, or did they send homework home, or how did that work?
No, I couldn't go to school just because I was so susceptible to getting, any, like, if someone would sneeze or something,
Yeah.
I could get a fever and it's life-threatening
Yeah.
in that state. So I had, my neighbor actually she works in the high school that I went to, so she would bring my homework. And
Yeah.
my swim coach, actually my high school coach, she is a math teacher, so she tutored me with math and science and basically everything actually.
Okay,
So I just did everything in between rounds.
Okay, so you were like homeschooling, everything was
Yeah.
coming home to you.
Yeah, and the teachers were great. I mean, they would cut back on some assignments, but not my chemistry teacher.
Yeah, you still had to do everything for that one.
Everything, and math, everything. They
Wow.
actually set up a video camera for him, and they would record every class, and I could go on whenever I wanted and
You
sit
could
in
watch.
class. Yeah,
That's cool.
they really catered to everything.
Yeah, I'm sure that would be a big help being able to actually watch the lecture rather than learning from a textbook or something.
Yeah.
So what's the outlook for the future? I mean, will your knee replacement, I mean, how long does that last? I mean, I'm sure most people who get knee replacements are like 60s, 70s.
Yeah, they're not really 16 years old when they get that.
Yeah.
Well, since it's pretty brand new. Usually with osteosarcoma patients, the device is glued in, but mine is actually screwed in pegs. So they think that that will last longer with the bone because I have bone growth around the pegs to hold it in place.
Yeah.
But since it's pretty new, I'm like the trial run basically. I want to few that have it. So they say 40 to 60 years.
Oh wow.
And I might have to get a new one, but they're not really sure. It could last me my whole life.
That's a lot longer than I expected. I was expecting maybe 20, 30.
Yeah. Well, I have my kneecap.
Yeah.
And that might need to get replaced.
Your kneecap is
My
still
original
your
kneecap. That will probably have to be replaced just because the metal on bone, it still grinds it.
Yeah.
And every time I bend it, you could feel it. So pretty soon that will be thin. It'll be too thin to really function.
That's a lot better than I thought. Yours will last 60 years.
Yeah.
So can you talk about the pain that you have sometimes after the surgery? I mean, even still today, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been without pain since I was probably 15 years old. It's just a constant throbbing pain, and it's always aching, and especially when the weather changes, I really feel it in my leg. It gets swollen a lot if I overuse it. And I can walk for about 4 to 5 minutes before it starts to really, really hurt.
And it's constant. It's not just from certain things. It is all the time.
Yeah.
So are there certain things that aggravate it more? I mean, you said walking, but any other things?
Like weight-bearing activities. Like I can't really lift weights with just that leg. I mean, I can't physically. I can't run because I don't have the muscle to support my leg. It would collapse.
Yeah.
But yeah, overuse really aggravates it.
Is there anywhere else? Like, has it anything with the nerves that it causes pain in other places, or is it just in your knee?
If it hurts really, really bad, it goes up into my back and my hip just because I move so much to compensate. So my back muscles are totally different on both sides just because of the compensating.
So that's more just from you compensating rather than from something that actually biological things. What would you say is the number one thing? I mean, I know we talked about swimming a couple of times, but is there anything else that really helped you get through the treatment?
I'm pretty religious, so my faith in God definitely pulled me through everything. And the support of my family, my friends, and being a part of a swim team, there's tons of people that are behind you every step of the way. So that was tremendous.
Yeah, it'd be great to have all of those people for sure. How has your outlook on life changed since you beat it? I mean, if it has changed at all. If it hasn't changed, you can tell me that.
I think it's definitely different. I like to kind of forget about it, like it was just, like I say, a bump in the road, that it was just something I had to do, I'm done with it, but it's definitely made me think about things differently now. I think that, I mean, I'm definitely blessed to be able to beat cancer. It's pretty cool, so it motivates me in a lot of different things. Like if we have a hard set in practice, or I'm really stressed out, or I have a cold or something, or I'm sick, it's like, well, it's just a cold, it's not cancer.
Yeah.
So it definitely makes me think more about things.
Like if you can beat that, what is there?
Yeah.
Right? What is there?
Come at me.
What is there that you can't do? Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
One of the things I missed was about college recruiting. Because that's sort of around the time that you're starting to look at going to colleges. I mean, how did coaches react? Like, obviously you would have had to tell them, they would have known your situation. And how did you end up coming to Oakland? Was it different with Sean and the coaches here?
I mean, that was one of the hardest things for me to kind of process. With my times and stuff, I was talking to the Michigan coach, and I was pretty much set on going there some pressure I had for them. And when I got diagnosed, there was no more contact with that, or with a bunch of other big time schools and stuff. So that was really, really hard to stomach. But that also motivated me to kind of come back and to be able to switch from breaststroke and IM to distance. It's kind of cool, just do something a little different. But I mean, that's basically all I can do with my leg. So yeah, when I got the call from Sean at Oakland, I I mean, it's definitely made my night. I hadn't heard of Oakland,
Yeah.
but once I like looked into the sim program and stuff, like it's the perfect place for me. And one of the main reasons why I chose here is because Sean coached for the Paralympic team,
Yeah.
so he knows how to train, athletes with some form of disability, and he kind of, pays more attention to my upper body in different ways to work that in, working around my leg.
So he contacted you and like you didn't even know. Wow.
Yeah.
That says a lot about the program here then, for sure. What do you think other people can learn from your experience, if anything? I mean, I don't want to make you feel like you're going to sound self-centered, but I mean, everyone knows that you've gone through a lot, so I mean, if there's anything that you think other people can take away from it.
Well, like I said before, like, if I can accomplish this, then I can do anything too. And I think that goes for someone else too. Like, nothing is really impossible as long as you are dedicated and driven and you put your mind to something. I truly believe that you can do anything.
One last question. Have you heard much about similar cases? I mean, other athletes, other people that are really active? I mean, what similarities are there between your symptoms and sort of what you went through and other people that you've heard about? I mean, I don't know, going through the process, like you said about the kid in the other room, like if anyone else had the same sort of thing.
When I was going through treatments, there were 3 guys that were 4 years older than me that all had the same thing. And none of them were athletes. And they had a really, really hard time with the treatments. They were really, really sick, and I never once got sick. Because I was so active and stayed active while I was being treated and in between treatments. So I think that just goes to show that, being active and even positive, they were really, really down on themselves and kind of got sucked into the whole thing. And I mean, I tried to keep a positive spirit through it all to just, make it through.
Okay. Thanks very much for your time.